Okay. So, this is from the Rams-Bengals game that was just played yesterday, which would have been, what, 27? But, anyway, so on this play, you have the Rams in their basic 11 personnel formation, which they run basically all the time because Sean McVay can just do basically whatever he wants out of it. And the Bengals are just in a basic kind of like 4-3 with an extra rusher, single high safety. You could do. It's not a very like, what's the word? It's not a very like flexible look. Like basically, if you're out of this, you're going to be running some kind of zone coverage, which they do eventually like prove to be. It's more of a, I believe more of a cover 3 that this ends up being. But what happens is before the ball is snapped, the slot receiver over here, Cooper Kupp, starts running down and basically takes the ball as if it was just like as if it was a dump off, basically like a what do you call it? Just like a wide receiver sweep. However, while this is happening, the entire like linebacker core is being pushed this way. They basically fight for this. Then Robert Woods over here comes around, takes the ball from Kupp himself, and proves to be another double reverse. This is going to get the linebackers basically, even though they're like 10, 15 yards away, it's not necessarily like an ankle breaking move, but it's going to really like jumble them up, and they're going to start wanting to pull this way as well. Meanwhile, this running back is already like pulled up and is basically helping the block. Goff is just sliding back here, just kind of like trying to act natural, avoid contact, etc. Now that Robert Woods has this ball, he moves up a little bit more and finally dumps it back off again to Goff. These linebackers they're already like committed to stopping the run at this point. Like I'm not necessarily where I want to be drawing arrows, but they're already basically just like at this line. They're not going to be affecting anything in this play. Meanwhile, this wide receiver has already started running just a crossing route through the middle of the field, basically a little bit above where this safety is going to be. Robert Woods starts bailing out and starts running a go route up here, and Kupp is already ahead of him running that same go route. Or not, well, it turns out it looks like a go route, but because Kupp is just a ridiculously good route runner, it swings back to a comeback here, which is where Goff eventually throws the football. Because Kupp is a ridiculously good route runner, this corner that's supposed to be playing the zone right here, despite being more like about here at this point, so within very good range of just tackling Kupp and preventing this from being any bigger of a play than it already is, falls the frick down just by Kupp turning around. And at that point, Kupp has no one in front of him. This tight end, who was also running the route over here. Are you kidding me? I hate you. Anyway, this tight end that was already running a route up here comes in and blocks this high safety. Kupp has daylight, makes it all the way in for the touchdown. And that's his play.